Hey guys, good morning. I guess it's kind of sort of afternoon, but that's how my life goes. I got to sleep in today, so I'm feeling good. All right, so I know I've been saying I was going to make this video, and excuse the Hot Mess Express. I was waiting until I got a moment where I actually felt the video, because journaling is something where you basically you have to be able to legitimately feel like what you're writing out. And I'm going to give everybody just a second to hop on because I don't want to get started before everybody gets on. So I'm going to give everybody just a minute. I'm going to put in our chat. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to get started, and everybody else can tune in as they see it. Because I don't want this video to be long. It's going to go on my YouTube. So anyways, like I said, I was waiting for the moment until I really felt into this video where I could fully explain what it is, because I'm really, journaling has changed. I literally saw a protein shake on my lips. Keeping it freaking real. But I really get into journaling, and ever since, I started journaling when I was a Triple Diamond. I was stuck at Triple Diamond for 1.5 years, and I think this is important to say because I sat at Triple Diamond longer than I sat at any rank ever. So, and there had to be a massive mindset shift to be able to get to presidential and ambassador. And I didn't understand why everybody else was promoting and I wasn't. I didn't understand why, I'm working hard, but, nothing's going my way. And so what I had to change was, I had to change myself, my mindset, and getting my mind ready for that next level of me to be able to reach to presidential and ambassador. So I heard a little bit about journaling, and I immediately was like, no, I'm not going to write a diary. I don't do, I'm not that kind of a person. I didn't fully get, what journaling was. I'm very red. If you can't already tell, you don't know, I'm very red, and I do not, I'm not an emotional person. I've been married for, 3.5 years, and Zach's probably seen me cry, 3 times in our entire, and that's just actually 3 times in our entire relationship. So, 7 years. I'm not a crier, okay? So I don't get emotional like that. I'm very to the point. And so I never understood why I would need to write things down or write things out. Because I'm just not that kind of a person. So it was hard for me in the beginning to understand what this was going to do. And so I started writing, I started just writing the general aspect of what I wanted. I had to write it all out because this honestly came from a point, my first journal entry ever came from a point of frustration, came from a point of, I am so tired of being Triple Diamond, everybody else is promoting but me, and I'm pissed about it. So I started writing in my journal, I just let it all out. I wanted to make sure I wrote out everything that was going into this. I have 2 of the exact same books. Okay, here it is. So here's the one. Now I'm going to share a lot of this journey so you guys can kind of fully grasp it, because it is something that you have to understand to make it work. So the day one, my first journal entry ever was actually July 18th, 2018, so almost a year ago. And I said, thank you God for making us a top 50 presidential team. I was not presidential yet. This is me as a pissed off Triple Diamond stuck, okay? And I was so far from presidential at this point. And little did I know, in just a month's time, I was going to go presidential, after this journal entry. So keep in mind, this is the timeline. So I said, thank you God for making us a top 50 presidential team. It felt so incredible hearing my name announced on stage as a presidential diamond. I am overwhelmed with joy, excitement, and gratitude over this promotion. Now stop here for a sec. Hearing my name announced on stage as a presidential diamond. When I was on stage at conference 2019, I was announced as presidential diamond Katie Bevington. And so again, this I did not know was going to happen yet. I knew I wanted it to happen. So that's what I put out there. And I said, this is something that I've dreamed of. And so right now in this video, I want you to start thinking of things that you want to happen, that would make you feel amazing. Whether it's recognition from a leader in our team, a recognition from Mark Pentecost or Cami or Pam, anybody. I want you to start thinking, what does it feel like for that thing to happen? So many people on my team are now making thousands of dollars each month and are able to live freely. I am so in love with this business and building up my team with strong leaders. At the time, I didn't have a lot of strong leaders. At Triple Diamond, at this point in the game, I probably had 5. And it was it was frustrating for me because I wanted people to feel this with me. I wanted them to feel the vision. I wanted them to be able to be making the kind of money I'm making because it's so amazing to be able to make this level of income. And so then I said, God, thank you for leading us to the position to where our team is at. And they are enrolling so many team members and they are so excited. I love watching them learn to dream. We are growing faster than ever with the most passion for the business. XOXO love Presidential Diamond, Katie Bevington. That was the first one I ever wrote. And it was just purely what I wanted, like what in my heart I desired and what I knew I deserved, but I couldn't get myself to that position. I couldn't figure out where I was lacking. Why am I stuck here and not getting to there? And so I started really getting into it and journaling more daily. This is something that was a non-negotiable for me. And it's something that I had to hold myself accountable for because, again, I am not somebody that I used to be somebody who didn't make like self-care, my mental, taking care of my mental health. Like I didn't make that a priority. And so I had to start disciplining myself to do this. And so the day 2 was just talking about how thankful I was for my leaders. I have the strongest, most passionate leaders out there, and I can't wait to take them to the top with me. They are signing so many team members and pouring into them so diligently. They are growing and becoming so confident within themselves. I'm so excited that you have shown me who truly wants to grow and be a diamond leader. These girls are so ambitious, so excited, and are willing to do whatever it takes to get there. Hashtag Team Bev is going to a whole nother level and glorifying you every step of the way. XOXO Presidential Diamond, Katie Bevington. So I started getting into this point where I'm like, okay, I need strong leaders to get to this goal. So the first one was just really talking about my goal. And the most important thing is whenever you're doing this, I know you guys are probably brainstorming like, okay, I want to be able to get to this next level. I want to be able to, I want to be on stage as a triple diamond, or I want Mark to say, or whoever announcing on the stage, like, triple diamond, blah, 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 coming out. And that's how you want to be announced, then that's what you journal about. Do you feel that? Can you feel the emotion when they announce you on stage for being a triple presidential ambassador? Do you feel that? And even if your dreams aren't there yet, maybe you're like, I don't know, like I truly don't see myself as ambassador diamond. I see myself as an emerald or a diamond. Like I want to get to that. That's my biggest goal right now. That's okay too. Then you talk about what it feels like to be in the diamond chat in our team, to be in the diamond leadership, to be included in the diamond retreat, to be included in all the diamond and above things, the exclusive things you get when you go diamond. How does it feel to be known as a diamond leader? That whenever you go to conference, you get a lanyard that says diamond leader. How does that make you feel? That's how you're going to start doing that. And can you really see yourself doing that? I'm not telling you to journal to ambassador if you don't feel ready for it. Like if you don't envision and you can't see yourself ambassador, don't journal that yet. That's something that comes along the way. Journal about what you feel is possible for you. It could be something as simple as $300 a month. Executive, Ruby. That is where if you feel yourself there, that's where it goes. And then you're going to move up and everything will change as you get there and things will start to happen. I'm going to explain that, but these are the things, this is where you start. And then, so then you start going into, things that you see. This third journal entry for me was talking about things that were going on around me. So I saw them do they had the Dash retreat, which is like top leaders get invited to it. And I, again, was left out and I hated being left out. Does anybody else feel like that? Like the diamond retreat, like if you're not going to if you don't qualify, you're left out. Do you feel like, does that frustrate you when you get left out of things? Because I hate being left out of things. I hate not being invited. Even if I can't even go, like I just get pissed if I'm not invited. So here I am, day 3, this gets announced and Katie Bevington, triple diamond, is not invited and I'm upset. So I say, wow, it felt so good to have our team invited to spend one-on-one time with our company's CEO. I wanted that. I watched everybody else get it and I didn't get it and I wanted it. So I started journaling about it. We have worked so hard to change as many lives as we can, having Mark and Cindy share their wisdom and pour into all of my diamonds, doubles, triples, and presidentials. They were so excited. And notice I say all my diamonds, doubles, triples, and presidentials. I didn't even have a presidential yet or triples on my team yet. So that's where I'm journaling this into existence. They were so excited to have this opportunity. I know this fueled our fire to run towards ambassador. Our momentum right now is huge and bigger than ever. Thank you, God, for transforming our hearts and opening our minds so we can learn and become a stronger team. I feel so unstoppable. Nothing can bring me down. I am ready for the next step. I am ready for the next step. You've got to tell God where you're at. He knows where you're at, but you don't know where you're at until you figure out where you're at and recognize that and be present in that situation. This was so weird because the other day I was doing a call with one of the leaders and we were just working together. And as we're going into it and we're talking, I started saying things and she's like, I need to know this, like about journaling, and I need you need to say this on your training because you've never said it before, and it's important. So like there's so many aspects that go into it. So as you're journaling, everything is step by step on what you want and going so specific. And I want you guys to also know when you're journaling, there's days where you might feel like, I don't know what to write. If you've ever felt that way, that's normal. And I want you to then take a second, and for me personally, I cannot journal in chaos. So like if my kids are nuts, I don't journal first thing in the morning because my brain isn't ready for it. Okay, I'm honestly not feeling like I have to be like in a zone where I'm like, I have worship music on, I just relax, and I'm like thinking about like, what do I want? Like, and I just sit in silence with myself and say, this is what I want, and really feel into that. Like I feel into what I really truly want. What's the next step for me? Where am I taking my family? Like, what are we doing? What do I want? And then by doing that, I start to you guys, have you ever drifted into like deep thought? Like a lot of times for me, I do deep thought in the shower, and I take hour showers every single day. That's a non-negotiable. But my showers are the times where I get deep in thought, but it also happens when I'm washing dishes. Like when I'm just loading the dishwasher and I'm just like, I pretty much have music on 24/7 just in the background, but I'm listening to music and I'm just thinking about things. Does anybody else do that? Yes or no? You just drift into thought. It could be about anything. A lot of times before you start journaling and start getting your mindset where it needs to be, you're worried about things. You start thinking about stress. So I have to do this and this week. I've got these bills to pay. I've got this to do. I've got to do a lot of different things. And that's all your mind thinks about. And like, how am I going to have time for this? How am I going to do this? When I'm drifting into thought, I'm not worrying about those things. I'm thinking about, what do I want? Here's the weird thing. And this is where I'm going to kind of get into learning how to take your journal to manifesting. Because manifesting, and this is going to sound weird if you're brand new and you don't know nothing about this, manifesting is literally where you say the things you want and you basically make them happen. Like it's almost like you have magical powers, okay? And so the magical powers comes from above. Obviously, we know God is in control at all times. And this is how it's proof that this is how this works. So in Mark 11:24, it says, I tell you that you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you've received it, it will be yours. How many times are you journaling and you don't actually think it's going to happen? Like you write it down, you're like, I'm a diamond leader. And you're like, I don't know if I'll ever be a diamond leader. Does anybody journal like that? Where you're like writing it down because that's what you're supposed to do? But like you actually in your heart and in your mind, you don't feel like you'll ever be a diamond leader. You don't feel worthy. You don't feel ready. You don't feel like you're ever going to hit that rank. But you're writing it down because like ideally being a diamond would be nice. That is where this Bible verse comes in, and it tells you, I tell you, you can pray for anything. And if you believe that you've received it, it will be yours. I tell you, you can pray for anything. If you believe it, that you've received it, it will be yours. Mark 11:24. Every time you feel unworthy, I want you to remember this. Every time you're journaling and you feel like, I don't know, you need to remember this, okay? In all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called accordingly to his purpose. Romans 8:28. Okay? So, again, in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. You're here for a reason, right? That desire of diamond, Mark 11:24. That desire of diamond, that desire of double, triple presidential ambassador wasn't just there by coincidence. Nothing happens by coincidence, okay? Coincidence is a man-made thing. This is all in God's plan for you. So you're sitting here and saying that you have this desire to go diamond, but you don't believe it. God already knows you can. That's why it was put on your heart. So you have to pray about it and believe it, and it happens. Manifestation, okay? So, and this is another important one. So, for God is working in you, giving you the desire and power to do what pleases him. And so, I feel like this here is so he puts it in your heart, right? You have that thought, and the thought doesn't just happen randomly. That thought was there, placed by God telling you, you need to go diamond. And you're sitting there not believing in yourself, and he has this verse here for you saying, I tell you that you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you've received it, it will be yours. And then he says, for God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases him. So he gives you the idea, and then he says, for God is working in you. He's working in you by giving you this idea and giving you the power to do what pleases him. Did he not say that though? And it's all of this is written in scripture. I just literally write this out. Like I have every time I read something in the Bible that I feel like speaks to me or I feel like needs to be like I need to remember, I put it in my journal in the first page. So I write them in all different colors so it's organized. And so what I do in this, like, and after that, this is where you need to understand like the manifesting thing. So these are all things in scripture that come out and say like, here, okay? So now that you understand, like, you have the power to manifest, to say, if I'm, like, God said I'm going diamond, and all you have to do is pray for it and believe that you've received it, then you're going to go diamond. And you're going to go double diamond and triple diamond and presidential and ambassador. You have the power to do that. If God puts it on your heart, that's where you're supposed to go. And so when you're in the shower and you're thinking about things and you're like, okay, like, and this is, I'm going to give you an example. I'm in the shower. And I moved, for all the new people, I just moved to a new state, new city, just because I felt like it. So we moved to Savannah from Charlotte. And I'm like, in the shower the other day, I'm like, I want to build a local team. Like, I don't know, I just thought about it. Like, you ever just have things come into your head and you're like, where'd that come from? Or dreams. Have you ever had a dream happen and you're like, where'd that come from? And so I'm, in my head, talking about, I want a local team. I want a local team. I want a local team. And you know what happens? It was the next day, so within 24 hours, and I was imagining in the shower what it would be like if I had a local team. I would be doing coffee dates, we would have girls' day, we would be able to, we would have try-its here in Savannah, and I'm the only ambassador here, so cool beans, right? Like, I have the territory, like, I am top dog here, I'm ready to go, and I'm going to teach them to get to ambassador here with me. In 24 hours, and this is just a thought in my head that I was thinking while I was in the shower. And I was envisioning everything about this, what they would look like, what they would be like. They would be girl moms like me. They would have 2 girls. Their girls would be in similar ages as me. They would have the same interests. They would love the beach. They would love coffee. They would love these products. They would love the business. They would be close to me. And what do you know? In 24 hours, 2 messages. One girl says, oh my God, I don't know how I can be friends with you on Facebook, but we need to be best friends because I see you love Disney. Manifested that. And you have 2 little girls. Manifested. And I was like, oh my God, that's so crazy. We totally should be BFF because that's all me. Like, her and me are literally twins. And then guess what? A few hours later, somebody's liking all my stuff on Facebook, not even my friend, like just going through and hearting all my stuff. And I'm like, who is this chick? And I go through and guess what? We're not even friends. And she lives in Pooler, which is 30 minutes from me. And then she's like, she comments on something, was like, I need to know how do you do this? Y'all, literally 24 hours. And I already believed, like I knew I was going to sign people up. When I'm thinking about it, I envision everything that would be like what they would be like, what it would be like to have people on my team that are local. I envision everything about them. And then it happened and they were real life. And it's like they needed me and I needed them. And so we connected. And that girl, guys, remember, I don't know how she found me. We weren't even friends. Like, she was just looking at my stuff. Like, that is not by coincidence. Coincidence is a man-made thing. So, whenever you go into this aspect and you're like, okay, I'm thinking about it, I'm believing it, and I'm excited about it, because then you start to get, like, you really get excited. Think about, almost this is like kind of a funny example, but like food, right? Like you think about, like, I'm going to make all y'all hungry right now, but you think about your favorite restaurant, right? Or your favorite food. Like, we'll just do pizza because everybody loves pizza. You start thinking about pizza, right? You're just like for dinner, everybody's like, what do you want for dinner? And somebody's like, pizza. And then you automatically are like, yeah, like I definitely want the Domino's pizza because it's got the garlic crust. Oh my God, their pizza's so good. It just like melts, the cheese melts in your mouth. It tastes so good. Like the pizza, you start thinking about all the pizza things, right? And then it's like, damn it, now we're ordering pizza. This is how it is here. Like your mind knows everything's there. Like you already know what's happening, but you do this with your life instead of just what you're about to eat. And so here's the important thing to remember when it comes to this. For everyone who asks receives, everyone who seeks finds, and to everyone who knocks the door will be open. Matthew 7:8. So again, for everyone who asks receives, everyone who seeks finds, and to everyone who knocks the door will be open. Matthew 7:8. So are you asking? No, that's why you're not receiving. Are you seeking? Are you working? No, that's why you're not finding. Okay, and to everyone who knocks, the door will be open. Are you there journaling? and putting it out there like I'm expecting this to happen. And that's another thing. When you go into this, you are now expecting this to happen. This is not something that's like I wish or I hope. It's an expectation. And this can go into every aspect of your life, not just in your business life, in your personal life, in your relationships, in your marriage. Everything is an expectation. And at first, you might be like, I don't know how I feel about expecting things. You expect things. And I'm going to just give you a very quick example about what this means. When I had boyfriends, okay, before I met Zach, and when I did meet Zach, I have expectations. If you don't meet my expectations, I'm not talking to you. I will not date you. And my expectations were simple. You take me out once a week, and I don't want to go to Chili's. You take me somewhere nice once a week. You take care of me. You open the door for me. You like hold my hand. You kiss me goodnight. Everything was already in there, and if you didn't do those things, I wasn't dating you. And I wanted every single thing. Like Zach is my dream man. I have the marriage of my dreams. I have none of the problems that I see many other couples having in their relationships because I already expected and knew that my husband was going to treat me in every way that I already wanted. Like literally knight in shining armor kind of love. And that's where like I know before I even understood manifesting, having a good marriage and a good foundation was something that was a non-negotiable for me because I watched what my parents did and I didn't want to repeat that. I wanted a marriage where it was so strong when people saw them, they're the cutest couple ever. We walk in a room and you could feel that we love each other more than anything in the world. And so I set that expectation and it happened. And that was before I knew how to manifest, but I knew that for me, that was a priority for me. Raising my kids in that environment, that was something that was like, I have to do it. Was it always easy? No. Especially when I got pregnant as a teenager. It wasn't easy, but it's still, I said, if we're going to make this work, because even at this situation, and this is going to speak to some people too, even in the situation where I obviously didn't expect to be pregnant at 18, that was not right when I turned 18, you guys, I literally got pregnant 1 month after I turned 18. I didn't expect that. But even when that happened, I didn't immediately say, I'm going to marry you because I have a baby with you. I still have expectations, and now they were right here for me, but now that we have a baby girl, my expectations are up here because she's watching how you're going to treat me and what our marriage is going to be like, and I refuse to let her see the shit end of the stick and feel like that's acceptable because it's not. And so then the expectations went up to here. Not only do I expect you to treat me with amazing respect and all the things, but now I expect you to teach her to do all the things. And I expected these things. So whenever you are in your relationship too, especially, I know this team is mostly filled with women. We have some men, and men, you should expect the same from your woman. But you need to put it up here. I expect this. And if you don't meet this expectation, you're not the one for me. Because there's somebody who is going to meet those expectations. And so you've got to start expecting. I expect that I'm going to sign people. And whenever, I'm putting out there that I have spots open, I expect them to fill within the hour. I expect these people to work. I expect that when I talk to you, you sign up today. I expect that you're going to be amazing. You're going to excite me. You're going to make me want to talk to you and get excited to work with you. I expect my leaders to show up. I expect for customers to flock to me because I'm getting ripped, okay? Because I'm working out. I'm using the products. I'm doing the things. I expect all of these things. And so whenever you guys hear me about saying whenever I sign people up, whenever I'm talking to people, I know they're signing up. I know they're signing up. I expect it because literally God says right here in scripture, for everyone who asks receives, everyone who seeks finds, and everyone who knocks, the door will be opened. It's already here. This is it. This is the word of truth right here that says if I do these things, it happens. And guess what? It happens. Every time. You guys, here's the other funny thing. I wanted the truck that we just bought. I wanted it really bad. Before I knew, okay, I thought about every aspect of this truck. Before I even went to the dealership, I thought about, I want it to be black. I want it to be lifted. I wanted these tires. I wanted this stuff. And would you know, they only had one truck that's like that. That exact truck was sitting in that parking lot waiting on me to go buy it. And it was already done. They had all the parts. It was already there, everything. I didn't have to change anything. It was already done for me. And you know what's even better? When I went there and said, I wanted you to upgrade $6,000 in upgrades for me, it was already included because I expected it to be. When you start expecting everything and knowing and when you guys, everything, even down to another example, when I had my house painted the wrong color, right? Mistakes happen and that's normal. But when the painter was trying to do this and that and, all this crap was going wrong, I expected the situation to be fixed. When I told my interior, the designer lady that's doing my house, when I said, oh no, they're going to give me all my money back. She was like, I said, no, they will. And you know what they did? Not only did they give me all my money back, which was over $700 in paint, just in paint, they gave me free credits to paint my upstairs. So I expected that solution to be fixed, and I expected it to be fixed correctly. And that they went above and beyond my expectation because I already had the expectation. That was the minimum you're gonna do, is give me all the money back for the paint that I just bought. So everything, I know it's gonna happen. I feel it's gonna happen. And everything I do, I put that expectation behind it. I wanna go, I wanted to go ambassador. I had that expectation. I know what it feels like to be ambassador. And here's the next part that goes into this. So we kind of talked about, now you're going into every little aspect of your life you expect. So when you go out to eat, you expect things. You expect good service, good food, and everything's gonna be taken care of. When you are shopping for things, think about it like this too, because this is weird. When I go out to shop, have you ever went out to shop with a mindless, you're like, I really want a purple dress, but you go into 100 stores, you don't find a purple dress. Or maybe you do and it doesn't fit and it's ugly, or whatever. You're going to look for something and you're just like, I hope I find this purple dress, right? But when you go into it, I'm expecting to find this dress. I will find this dress. And without a shadow of doubt, and this doesn't mean if you do this and you're testing the manifestation laws, right? And you're in the back of your mind, what if I don't though? It doesn't work. So just know, you have to fully believe in yourself, believe in what you're saying, believe in what you're doing, and you're going to find it. So when I go out there and I'm like, okay, I'm finding the purple dress, which I don't even know who's going to look for a purple dress, but I'm just using this as an example. But I'm going out there to find a purple dress. I expect to find the purple dress and they're going to have it in my size. Guess what? I go, I get it. It's in my size. I buy it. It's already there waiting on me to pick it up. And so and that just happened to me when I went out to find outfits with my mom. It's hard for me to find stuff that fits. And so whenever when I went out with her, I'm like, I'm going to find 2 outfits because that's what I want. And so I go out there, I find the 2 outfits, they had them in my size. And what do you know? The outfit that I needed, that I wanted so badly to wear, that I saw on Pinterest, was sitting at H&M and they only had my size left. It was waiting on me. Everything was there waiting. Everything is just waiting on me to do it. God already knew I was going to go get these outfits. He already, it sounds so, some people might think this is so weird and so silly to think God has these things planned out, but God knows every detail about every aspect of your life. He knows when you sleep, when you're going to awake. He knows what's going to happen, when and where, at what time. And you are there to, if you're not asking and you don't have that relationship there, you don't know what's going on and you always feel less than. When you have God in your life and you know what's going on and you know that He's working in you and giving you the desire and power to do what pleases Him, then you are going to do the things you need to do. You are going to have a better life. You are going to follow the plan He put you on. But if you're sitting there doubting everything, you can't, if He's telling you can and you're still doubting, there's no relationship there. You've got to build it. You've got to know what's lacking in order to fix that. Because you don't know the power that is inside of you until you realize what He's saying, okay? And so here's the big thing that you've got to remember. The next thing. For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. So if you're in a dry wasteland, He's going to make a pathway. He's going to create rivers in your wasteland. But are you sitting in your wasteland and just saying, nobody wants to sign up. Nobody wants to be on my team. I'm not going to go diamond. I'm not going to sign any loyal customers. I'm fat. I'm not, I don't have the body that she has. I'm this, and that's why I can't work out. I'm that, and that's why I can't be like that. I used to be like that. And I used to feel like everybody had to step up. A hand up. You guys, when I moved to Charlotte, my family was middle class. We were good, right? We had money to survive and stuff. I didn't grow up poor or anything. But then everybody around me, you guys, my friends' parents were doctors and stuff. They had buku cash. They were getting Mercedes. Like, I had somebody who got a Roush Mustang for their first car. Like, things like that, driving Mercedes, driving Lexuses. I always thought, I'm like, well, must be nice to have a parent that's loaded. And must be nice to have everything paid for. Your college is paid for. You have cars that are paid for. I didn't get that. I got a free car, but yeah, my car wasn't no Mercedes. It was like a 2003 Honda Civic. Like, it was a nice car, but again, it's not a Mercedes. It wasn't a Lexus. I always thought everybody had something better than me. She's fit because she has more willpower. She was just born that way, that like her mind is like fit to work out. Like, she just likes doing it. Everything. She's prettier than me. She's this, she's that. She has better hair than me. Everything. I always thought that. Until I started getting into a relationship and with God and understanding this is what he has planned for me, and this is me, and I am not less than her because of this, and that. I have every reason and all power to do this. And you guys want to know something that's really powerful too? If you don't, and I just put this in our diamond chat, I should have put it in the other chat too, but I've been putting worship music on all day long because it enhances my mood. And so instead of like when I've been running, because running is hard for me, I hate running. I hate it. And it's hard. It's hard. We all know running is hard. And it's hot as hell. It's hot as balls, okay? It's hot as balls here. And so it's like 100 degrees outside and it's about 150% humidity like every day. And so when I'm running, I think I'm actually like about to die of a heart attack. But I'm running and I listen to worship music as I'm running because it distracts me and I'm thinking like, God says I can do this. And I literally run so much faster. Like you guys, I've only ran for the past week and I only could get 0.6 done in 8 minutes. And yesterday I did 0.6 in 5 minutes. And that's huge for me because 8 to 5 in a week, that's a lot. And I just started focusing and zoning into this. And like God gives me the power to do this. He said I could do this. Like my body is capable. I am healthy. I am young. I can do this. And I start getting through and my workouts get easier and I'm distracted from the pain of running because I already am in the zone and my mindset is drifted into the zone. The zone is where you know where the zone's at, okay? And I'm imagining to compare this when your child is watching YouTube and doesn't hear their name called. When you're like, Kemi. And she just sits there and doesn't answer because she's so zoned. That is the zone. That's where you get when things get hard. When things are not going your way and you need to change things, you get into the zone. You drift into it. And how do you get in the zone? Start thinking, okay, I have a million crappy things on my list. I've got to do this, and this. Like all the things that stress you out. Write it on I want you to, when we get off this video, you need to write down a list of the things that are just giving you anxiety, whatever it is. Like if it's just like, I got to clean the house. Okay, why don't you break that down so you don't waste an entire day cleaning and getting angry that you wasted your entire Sunday cleaning? So why don't you say, all right, it's Sunday, I'm cleaning bathrooms today. All right, bathrooms today. On Monday, I'm just going to clean the kitchen. On Tuesday, I'll do the laundry. On Wednesday. And when you break it like that, it's simple because those things don't take that long if you break it into different days. And so your stress list, your stress of all those goes away because now you have it organized into a plan. And so when you're going into your zone, you're like, all right, what am I wanting this week? And just start here because it's Sunday. We're starting a new week. So what do you want this week to happen? And I want you to start thinking this is what I want. I want to enroll more distributors that are excited, that are ready. I want all the customers to come to me because I'm using the products. I'm going to share it every day and I'm going to be doing this, and this. I want you to envision that and start there and then get into the zone of what would it be like as a diamond leader? What would I look like? What would I talk like? What would I wear? How would I present myself? Would I be fit? Would I lose weight? What would I be like in this level of myself? And I want you to start dreaming and looking at that in your zone. And then you'll start to apply those principles. So here's an example. Right now, as Ambassador Diamond Katie Bevington, $30,000 a month, that version of me, I've already got there. But the next version of me, I'm envisioning $60,000 a month Katie Bevington. What does $60,000 a month Katie Bevington do? What does she look like? Because I can tell you right now, I used to be real lazy with a lot of things like my fitness. I was lazy. $60,000 a month Katie isn't chunky, isn't chubby. She's fit as heck. Like, you see her butt muscles when she walks. Her butt does not rest on the back of her legs. Katie has nice arms. I've got a fit body. I've got ripped abs. I have a nice back. I've got amazing calf muscles. When I enter the room, you literally have to say, damn, that girl looks good. That is $60,000 a month, Katie. What do you look like? What does your physical body look like at your next income goal? You've got to envision this. Something else that I made a priority, $60,000 a month, Katie doesn't just lay around in sweatpants all day long. $60,000 a month, Katie gets dressed after her workout in the morning and she gets moving. And it does, like, looks good. Do the things that feel good. So yes, $60,000 a month, Katie gets dressed. I have the earrings to go with the outfit, the necklace that goes with the outfit, and the shoes. I do not give myself a reason why I can't do those things. Money's not an issue. I'm just being lazy. I'm not making it a priority. I'm not a good outfit. I'm not a good fashion person. You guys, I'm really good at like a lot of things, but I'm not good at decorating houses and I'm not good at putting outfits together. But I started figuring it out. I made it a priority. Instead of just saying, I'm just going to have ugly outfits and I'm never going to be as cute as blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find the outfit, the shorts, the shirt, the necklace, the earrings, and the shoes that go with that outfit. That's me. I'm no longer keeping things in my closet that I don't wear. How many people in here have things in their closet from high school? That just, or whatever, like if you're a little past high school, then you're like, okay, I've had this in here since I was 20 and I'm 40 now. Why do I still have this in my closet? If you haven't worn it in the past 6 months, go in your closet, anything that hasn't been worn in 6 months, throw it away. Everything, doesn't matter. You aren't wearing it, and if you look at it, if you had a choice to go out on a date night and you would not wear it, throw it away. Throw it away. You're not wearing it. And what do you do? And it makes your closet look cluttered and does not bring you joy. When you go in your closet and you're just like, ugh, I have nothing to wear, that should never come out of your mouth. You should get rid of those things and go into your closet with joy, like, ooh, I got so many cute things to choose from. Which one do I want to wear? That is how you should go in there and feel. Now, also, okay, now your next level of self. So for you, I'm comparing it to me because whenever I'm doing things at my $60,000 a month self, obviously you guys aren't at $60,000, but like if it's $2,000 a month self, or $5,000 a month self, or $10,000 a month self, whatever it is for you, that next big chunk for you, that next big jump, envision yourself. Envision everything. Everything. And here's the list of things, like some of the things that come off the top of my head for me. I get facials, I get massages, I get my nails done. I am going to have my eyebrows microbladed because that's what I want. I want to have good lashes, good hair. I want to have, a fit body, good diet. $60,000 a month, Katie does not eat shitty food. She eats good quality organic food. Katie has a schedule. I do everything with joy. If it does not bring you joy, you don't do it. And that goes for everything, okay? So for me, my $30,000 a month, Katie, says I was going to stop doing the things I didn't like to do. I don't like to clean. So I hired a maid. I have a maid now. And she does all the cleaning that I don't want to do. So she literally comes to my house and cleans. And that brings me joy because now I don't have to do it. So now I'm doing, and these are the things that need to go on your dream board. And you need to start implementing things as you can financially, but do not tell me you have excuses as to like, I don't have money to go get a new outfit, but you go to Starbucks how many times a month? Cut the Starbucks because that's not healthy and that's taking you backwards versus forwards. And you go get yourself one new outfit a month. One new outfit a month at H&M is like $25. $25 can fit into your budget because that's less than one fast start. And so every time you tell me you can't afford something, it's just you giving yourself an excuse as to why you can't afford something because you already can afford it. If you got to work and you're doing the things, like right here, I tell you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you received it, it will be yours, Mark 11:24. You already know you can do it. You get one fast start, that's $100 a month that goes towards you and your higher level of self. One a month goes to you. And if that's an outfit, if your wardrobe isn't fleeky yet and you're like, I don't feel good when I go into my closet, you get a new outfit every month. If you don't get facials every month and you have bad skin and you want to fix your skin, you go get facials every single month. You get massages for yourself. You get a mani-pedi. And if you want to do all the things, good. Then enroll 3 distributors so you have $300 a month to do all of the things. Start small, but you have to stop giving yourself a reason out because that's not manifesting into your next level self. You're just you're going backwards because your mindset is telling you, I can't, when you know you can. You're capable of signing distributors. You're capable of signing loyal customers. And if you start to journal, and guess what? This is where it all comes together. This is like the final piece. When you're journaling the things, you believe the things, and you're already living in that next level self, everything starts to happen perfectly for you. Does this make sense to you guys? Like, everything starts to happen for you. So now we're going to go into just the final aspect of this is you're going to journal it out. If you don't know what to journal, don't force it. It does not work like that. If you can't, like for me, like I said, I can't do it. If my kids are in the room, like Kinsey usually is napping while I have journal time, but I'm writing it down in peace where I feel good. I feel like calm. I'm relaxed and everything is working in my favor. I go sit down and I have time to journal it out. I journal what I want. But again, that is something where it's individual to each person. Some people can do it in the morning. Some people can do it at night. Some have to do it during nap time. That's okay. And sometimes it could be in your head. And that's not an excuse as to why you shouldn't have a journal because you need one. But when you're in the shower and you're just like going ham on like what you want and what it's going to look like, feel like, taste like, smell like, that is where the magic starts to happen. And I have, you guys, my business coach told me, she's like, you really do need to make a video on this because I can tell you guys, I can manifest something right now and it happened tomorrow. And I can literally get everything that I need, like just by strictly saying it's going to happen because it says in scripture that I can do that. We have the power to do that. And so I do it. I do everything like that. And you need to start getting into the practice of that and getting out of the practice of, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm worthy. God already said you are. Like he literally already did. And so you need to start saying, God, use what I have and make it overflow. Take me to where you want me to be. I know you've placed me here for a reason and I need to go to the next level. I feel a little bit stuck and unworthy. Like reassure me that I am worthy, reassure me that I can, that I'm capable. I'm ready to take this next step and go further. Because that's where he wants you to be. That's where he said, all of these verses here, like I didn't even know that this was going to be working into what I was saying today. Like I literally just looked, I'm like, oh, these are good. Like I didn't even plan this out. This was all put in here. Like I wrote these at different times for this video today. But did I know that at the time? No. You don't know what you're doing today and how that's going to work into tomorrow. You don't know what your life, like you do not know what your life could be if you would let go of your own beliefs and let God tell you what you're doing. Because it will change your life. When you start manifesting and you start saying, you know what? I'm no longer available for the negative people. Guys, I sometimes have to cut off family members for doing, like saying things and being in any sort of negative way. I know not everybody has like, then this is why this tribe, like this team is so powerful because our minds are so strong. We support each other and bring each other's minds to the next level because not everybody around us, and we can't just like expect, our neighbor Sally to have this $1 million mindset like we have, to be able to manifest things, that journal things. So whenever like your family is being negative, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's literally what I say. That sucks. I'm sorry. But that's not your only option. Leave it like that. You don't have to live like that. Because whenever I started this business, I had the decision to do this business and make a lot of money for my family and change my family's life. Or I could have continued to struggle, be a teen mom, and never see my kid. And probably never have a second kid. That, I could have chose that life, or obviously, thank God I chose this way, right? And thank God led me here. Because when I was on my knees begging for an answer, literally begging for help, this is what came over and over again. This is what he said to do. And when he led you to this, a lot of people probably did pray about this. Like, do I do this or not? And you got here, and then you're back into frozen mode where I'm afraid. I can't do anything. Everybody's going to make fun of me. What value do they bring to you and your business? They don't bring you value. They don't. If they're not supporting you, get rid of them. It doesn't matter. They're not here for the greater purpose that you're put here for. So let it go. Put your mind, and remember, you expect people to show up like this. When people come and say, well, people come in and they're like saying scam or pyramid scheme. I expect my potentials to be excited to work with me and sign up today. I don't have time to talk about a pyramid scheme, so I never get that question. I never get questions about scam. Like, what is this? Like, what do you mean a scam? We're like featured in Forbes and stuff. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, but this is a business. So I expect my people to know this is a very, very lucrative business. This is where you make a lot of money. This is a legit thing. So I expect my potentials to act like that. And that's why when they sign up, or when they're ready to sign up, we don't talk about those things because they don't exist. They only exist in a mind that allows it to exist. So are you going to start saying these things to yourself? Are you going to change everything? And really go into, everything really goes into, like everything goes in together. So like the journaling aspect, I don't do topics. I do what I feel. Some days it's all about like, I'm talking about what I want, what's happening. And then I manifest, I want a local team. Like, and it doesn't go together. Like I'm not writing a book. I just talk every day. Like I want, if I'm going through something, God, thank you so much for making my leaders strong. And I know you're going to provide, and I know this is going to happen. What do I want to happen? What do you want to happen in your business? And do you believe it's going to happen? Okay? Only if you believe it. Only if you believe it. And yeah, what Jerica just said, I expected to sign 10 DTs this month, and I did that by yesterday. So what are you letting yourself, are you literally saying, I hope I sign 3 distributors. I hope I do. Or you're like, I'm signing 3. I expect to sign 3. It's up to you how many distributors you sign. And when people, and this is funny too, because whenever I do Zooms, like when top leaders ask me to do Zooms for their team, and I'm saying things like, I expect people to sign up. You're either a hell yes or a hell no. It's like, everybody's like, what? I'm not desperate for distributors. I'm looking for business partners. I'm not even going to call them distributors. I'm looking for business partners. Who wants to partner with me and boss it out? That's what I want. I'm not available for people that don't know if they want to change their life. If you're not a hell yes right now, that's okay. No hard feelings here, but you're not meant to be on my team in July. Maybe August, maybe September, October, maybe in 2025. That's when you can come on my team. If that's how long it takes you to get your mind right, ready to do, that's fine. But you're either a hell yes or a hell no, and that's how I run things. My mindset is all the way up here, guys. I know where I'm going. I know that I want to be making millions. I know that this is this is where my $1 million self is, and my mind is rising up here instead of staying down here because other people say no, other people say this. I don't know. I don't focus on the no's. I don't focus on the bad. I never, literally, if any negative thing comes my way, I brush it off in 4 seconds. It's gone. I don't even know what just happened. If you literally anybody brings me a negative sentence, it's gone out of my mind within 2 minutes. And I'm back on, I can't wait to find a local team. I can't wait to have a try it here. I can't wait to do this. I'm excited. This is what's happening. I expect it. You expect everything you want. And you expect what's going to happen, and you determine what's going to happen in your life. What, when, who, where, why, all the things. You determine that. And nobody, and I guarantee when you hear me talk today and on this video, when you've heard me say these things, have you ever heard anybody in your regular life outside of it works, have you ever heard anybody come to you with a mindset like that? No. And that's why there is not a lot of millionaires in the world, okay? Being a millionaire is like this little bit. It's because nobody takes the time to figure it out. Nobody's listening to scripture. Nobody's listening to what God says. Nobody's listening to what we're meant to do. And that's why the millionaire percentage is so small. And if this was easy, everyone would do it. But it takes work. It takes a lot. Like I said, getting to my next level self, I've got to do the things I don't want to do. I don't want to work out. I don't want to do the extra work. But I'm doing it. I'm disciplined because I know that I'm not meant to be just an ambassador. I know I'm meant for so much more. I know I'm meant to impact millions. And so are you. You have a purpose. And you've got to grow to the next level. You've got to let your mind get to the next spot and stop selling yourself short. Just because your lowest level of the lowest portion of your life, the worst part you've ever been in, the hardest struggle of your life does not determine where you're going. So if you were overweight, if you had really bad skin, you've got really bad hair, you made some bad choices and now it's all fried off. Maybe you went through some really bad sicknesses. Maybe a lot of things happened to you and you're just like, ew. When you're just feeling yourself, you think, ew. And then you get so down on yourself saying, this is all I'm meant to be. I can't come back. I can't be like that. Now I have stretch marks everywhere. We have a product for that. I don't know if I could ever be like her because I don't have confidence. We all started from the bottom. Nobody has confidence when they start. I couldn't even do a video when I started. Literally, couldn't do a video. And I never thought I would get beyond, I would never even thought would get team members, okay? And look at this Ambassador Diamond team. Do you understand that? I never thought I literally told my upline that. I probably won't ever sign a distributor. And look at our team. Ambassador Diamond, top 32. Coming from the person who had that much confidence, right? I had maybe this much confidence on a good day where my hair was done by my stylist and my sister did my makeup because my sister's great at makeup. That is the amount of confidence that I had on a good day. And so I went from that into here. And there's no difference between you and me besides I choose to not let everything bad that happened to me or any of the things that I didn't want to happen or that went wrong or whatever. I chose not to let that determine the path of my life. And so I got to work, I figured it out, and I bossed it out. That's how I do things now. So you do the things too. Use everything I told you in this video and report back to me in 1 month. Remember, July 18th, 2018 was the day that I said enough was enough. And I got to Presidential Diamond at the end of August. Think about that. We didn't have the volume. I didn't have the team. Nobody, okay? Nobody was ready. I just decided enough was enough. Is today the day that you're going to say enough is enough? And you're going to say, what's today, July 14th? July 14th, 2019, today's the day that you say, I'm done with this. I'm done with the BS. I'm done sitting here. I'm done doing half-ass work. I'm done copying and pasting every single thing that I post because I'm lazy. I'm done being the lower level of myself. I'm ready to rise up. Then watch what happens in a month and a half, 2 months, because our team went from literally this little itty bitty. We didn't have any leaders, right? We didn't have anybody stepping up. I didn't have anything good happening. I literally had 5. From that time until the day we went ambassador, you guys, we had over 20 leaders, 5 to 20. And then now it's even bigger. It's 25, 27, something like that. And now we're about to promote again. And there's gonna be more leaders, more people coming in. And guys, I'm telling you, as your Ambassador Diamond leader, I'm telling you that we will outrank the Duns. I already know in my heart it's happening. We're going after number 1. And I don't care if it takes me 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I know where I'm going. I know the capability I know what we bring to the table. I know who we have on this team is capable of more. I know that I'm capable of more. And if I keep up-leveling myself and my mindset, we're going number 1 and we will not move from number 1. We are powerful. You are powerful. You are meant for more. Stop settling and stop getting hyped off of my one video. And then in 1 week, because I didn't do another hype video or I didn't explain things, that you're going to go back down and say, I can't. Somebody told you no, so you're done. Somebody said this is a scam. Somebody didn't sign up. All 10 people that said they were signing up on Friday didn't sign up. And so you're back down in the dumps. You choose if you get into a rut. You choose. And when you get into a rut, you stay in the rut until you finally make the choice that you're going to discipline yourself to move to the next level. Being in a rut is a choice. And when you're disciplining yourself to do the work on the days you don't feel like it, that's when the rut goes away. And you're like, what's a rut? Do I have bad days? Absolutely. But when I have those bad days, I'm like, you know what, Zach? Instead of having this time right now, I need to work and get my mind right. And I get my mind right, and then again, here we go, back to this verse where God says, I tell you that you can pray for anything, and if you believe you've received it, it will be yours. He's about to create rivers in the dry wasteland. Anytime I'm going through it, it says it right here. God is working in you, giving you the desire and power to do what pleases him. So God, take what I have and make it overflow, and it starts to overflow. And then again, we have this abundance mindset. Everything is working for me, and it's not happening to me. Everything is working with me. I'm manifesting my life. I'm manifesting my dream. I know what's happening and what I'm capable of. I know where I'm going. I know what I want. My goals are crystal clear. And when I tell you number 1 is going to happen, number 1 is going to happen. And you should have that vision for yourself, because I'll be damned if it's only me and a couple people in top 150. You better rise and get to 150 so you can stand on that stage and feel bougie and cool and amazing and feel like I am on top of the world because I made it to top 150 of a massive company. I'm making it into the top 150. Out of all the distributors we have, I'm in the top 150. Can you do that? What would that feel like for you? You should be dreaming of that because you literally deserve all of the things. You want a nice house? You can have it. You want a nice car? You can have it. You want an amazing marriage? You can have it. You want beautiful children? You can have it. You want to go vacation everywhere? You can have it. You want to travel abroad for years? You can do it. You have the ability to do whatever you want. You want to pick up and move across the country? Do it. You want to move to a different country? Do it. You can do all the things. You can truly have it all. The marriage, the clothes, the looks, the body, the kids, the life, the house, the dogs, everything you want, you can have, but nobody can do it for you. And that's the trick. You can't hire somebody. You can't do, they can't say, I'm gonna help you do this. No, you do it for yourself. And it feels so good too when you get to that next spot and you're like, I did that. I did that. And you guys know when my upline, when she quit, and when the month I went to Ambassador, I said, I bet she saw that somewhere. And she said, damn, I gave up and I signed an Ambassador Diamond. So that's all I have to say. I hope this helps. I will be putting this on my YouTube as well. But remember, what will your next level self do? Start doing those things. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I will help you through it. But I will tell you the truth and help you work through that because that's what you need to hear sometimes. But I love you guys and I will see you soon.